guys hosting this. I know what it costs to host events, so if you ever do another one, I have a co-working space. We don't have to pay anything, okay? I got you. We do this again, right? So my industry is still running off a ton of PDFs and spreadsheets, right? No one likes that. And I'm Andy Choi. I'm the founder of Urban Equity Holdings. We're a real estate syndication development company, so we buy multifamilies. And the misconception is that we think that buying real estate is like an asset type of decision making, but really underneath all that is like thousands of mathematical data points that needs to be audited. And unfortunately, my industry has not scaled tremendously since 2005, right? Some of the use cases that we have now is if we're building a new building, we have to check the zoning code. And as you know, the state of California is constantly changing the ordinances. And now you could have like 8 ADUs on a commercial lot, right? If there's some criteria to that. So how do we keep up with that? As a developer, how do we keep up all this thousands of pages of information, and then you go to a permit expediter to help you, and then you lose 2 weeks of time, and you got to put the LOI out, right? So now we have built a model where we put all the knowledge base to that model, and all we do is just put an address. So something that took 10 hours to do, or so I would have to pay an architect $3,000 for a feasibility report, we get it in a couple of minutes, right? So that's been very helpful for us. But why is it important to us? Let's talk about affordability really quick. The reason why it's a little bit expensive to have less affordability in housing in California is because how long it takes to build. Us developers, if our holding cost and our cost of construction is high, we have no choice but to charge a little bit higher in the rent price, right? So if we could cut down all the red tape and the hurdles we have to go through to get approvals from the city, and I didn't even go into the whole ground level about construction, right? This is just entitlement, okay? So if we could cut down the time and the speed it takes, then we can provide housing at a lower pricing, right? So it has to start from there. We have to change how we're evaluating the information and how decisions are made quickly. Another use case is underwriting. So after we figure out that we could build X, Y, Z, right? So we just minimize that tremendously. In order to underwrite, we have to also go through thousands of data points, right? We got market comps, sold comps, and also we have like rental comps. So before, we would do this manually. Like literally, we would go on Craigslist, Zillow, whatever, your choice, right? There's so many programs out there. And we have to like check everything, because you should know, you're a broker, you might think they're your friend, but they want to get the deal done, right? That's how they make commission, right? So the agents have to sell the sizzle. So every agent is like, yeah, this 200 unit building you should buy, and it's going to be great